What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And well, Stellantis for sure has a charger problem. So I've seen all the leaks. I've seen this stuff coming out this last week. And I got to be honest with you, it's not exciting. Is a 1,000 horsepower inline six car cool? Sure. But I'm going to get into why it's not going to work and why if some version of a V8 doesn't come for this car in the next 90 days, it's going to go the way of the Hornet. It's going to be dead. Roll it. Guys, before we get into today's video, we got to talk about the giveaway that's going on the channel. Right now, you can get in on the Durango Hellcat and the Ram TRX. And we switched it up on the site on how it works. So now, instead of you guys just getting digital stuff or whatever it is through our website, now you guys can get scan tools, whether they're physical standalone scan tools, USB scan tool, OBD scan tools that work via Bluetooth, and or Apple CarPlay devices, and there'll be more stuff up there. So if you're interested to get into it, and it actually ships literally the same day. So I've already had people messaging me today like, damn, I just got this yesterday. It's already at my door. I told you guys at the beginning, the only way that I would partner with somebody else is if it was somebody massive. And Amazon, you don't get any bigger than Amazon. So having that set up with Amazon does help us out greatly in that fact. You can get in at the links in the description down below. For those that want to pick up hats, shirts, things of that nature, you can also go over to the merch site. Both links will be down below. Now, the different products, whatever, have a multiplier or whatever attached to them telling you how many entries you get per $1 in. And the merch is $1 for one entry. You guys know how that goes, hats or whatever. The wallpaper packs are now over on tksgarage.com. If you guys just want to do that, some people just find it easier to go that route. And that's perfectly fine. But however you want to do it, if you want to get in both, the combo packs are available until July 21st. And then we're going to refresh everything on the site and everything else. So get in at the link in the description, or links in the description down below, tksgarage.bigcartel.com and tksgarage.com. You got multiple ways to enter. All right, so 4th of July, Stellantis has Dodge has the bright idea to come out and post this post from Instagram. We're going full throttle. Let me roll that. That's cool. It's a cool commercial, except for the number one comment on that post, and I couldn't help myself, was the tires are louder than the engine. I couldn't tell you if you were at half throttle, never mind full. That is the problem when you come down to the SixPack. Now, here's the thing. Inline six engines don't sound bad. They could adjust and tune the way the firing order is on that engine and make it sound better. And maybe that's what they're doing with this RacePak, or something that we leaked here previously that they had. But I don't think it's going to be a true SRT, because even the banner on the window when we leaked that, if you want to go find the video, just look up RacePak, RacePak, here on YouTube, and my videos will come up on it. It said powered by SRT across the top of the windshield, not SRT. Powered by SRT is like having a scat pack that has the 6.4 Apache in it, and it's powered by SRT, but it's not really an SRT. Like my Green Monster is not an SRT, it's just a 392 Scat Pack that's powered by SRT. It's very similar to M Sports, right? They're not actual M engines, they're just powered by some M technology in BMW. I was trying to give you the difference there. But Dodge has a problem. If this Charger, look, I'm going to be there. I'm going to see it. I don't even know if I want to put that challenge out there. If they want to run that 1,000 horsepower six-pack against the demon powered Charger. But I'll say this. 1,000 horsepower inline six Charger is still an inline six Charger. If you haven't adjusted the firing order, if it doesn't sound more like a BMW 540 with a B58, if it doesn't sound more like a M440, M240 with an appropriate tune, like a burble tune or something, it doesn't have to have a popcorn tune. Kids love that shit. I don't hate it. I don't mind my exhaust if it pops once in a while on my M5, but I don't have it tuned that way. If it doesn't sound better, it's gonna fall on its face. I mean, they were doing that with the Hornet, right? Weren't they trying to badge the damn Hornet as a GLH2? They were trying to come out with that edition, like making it more powerful, or it's supposed to be a sportier version. Look, man, all I can tell you is this. And here's the thing. Tim Kuniskis knows this. Matt knows this. The guys that are at Stellantis, Antonio Filosa knows this. This is not rocket science. People want what they want. Now, I get that when you run a business, sometimes you have to make decisions and you got to do things that make sense financially for the company, right? Now, you've produced a shit ton of these inline sixes, and if you completely just start pushing V8s, them bitches are going to sit. I know that. That's why you're doing power dollars and all this other random shit now and lowering the cost of these, where they should have been priced here from the outset, and we wouldn't have these issues. They'd have been selling. Like OC Motivators said, I also have to agree, should have never put the Scat Pack name on these fucking cars. They should have been SXTs or GTs. The Outlaw shit was trash. That shit was gay. I don't care. Like nobody wants to be. I mean, that looked like some bootleg Pontiac shit, or something that might have been associated with Ford. And believe me, nobody wants to be associated with Ford. Hey, no, I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like there was multiple things that they could do, but what's so crazy about it is, even if they come with this 1,000 horsepower inline six Charger, even if they come with it at roadkill, and it's a thing, it's the RacePak or whatever they're going to call this shit, you could still drop a 5.7 liter HEMI in that car and just call it an RT and have like an RT plus package, and you're going to sell more RT pluses then you're going to sell inline six Scat Packs and that 1,000 horsepower RacePak every fucking day. Like I'm willing to bet my shares of the company on it. Like it comes down to people want what they want. Are there going to be enthusiasts or retards like me that also appreciate European cars and are BMW guys and might want to go get that because it's 1,000 horsepower? Yep. Sure will. But when you can buy a high output now, and just with a basic tune, not even fucking with the turbo or anything else, just tuning the fucking thing, you can get almost 700 horsepower out of it. I know you're going to say, well, it's an extra 300 TK, it's 1,000 horsepower. It's like we're approaching demon power. It doesn't matter. It's not a car that you're going to keep long term. It's not a car that you're going to pass down to your kids because the engine isn't going to make it. And I don't give a shit what anybody tells me about, the Hurricane is fucking reliable. I'm a BMW guy. I know what happens when you put shit ton of boost on an inline six. They do not run forever. They will blow the fuck up. Like that's normal. Naturally aspirated engines last longer than Procharged, supercharged, turbo engines. That is just a fact. Fact. So when I see this shit now, and it's funny because Tim made this in his own thing, and when he talked about this in an interview, oh, this this hypercar, this hyper muscle car, we want to make this as a vehicle that can be passed down, because they asked him, like, is it going to be a hybrid / gas? And he was like, yeah, I mean, we could do that, but we want to make this as a vehicle that could be passed down to future generations. Yeah, meaning not forced induction, probably a big ass 426 or some other shit, or maybe it does have a 426 and a supercharger on it. Because supercharging, out of all of the different forced inductions, at least from what I've seen, because I can tell you from the 3.8 liter V6 from GM that's supercharged, I've seen them fuckers with 300,000 miles. So depending on how much boost the engine's getting will depend on how long it lasts, and it also depends on the internals. Now, I'm sure Tim's like, this guy's a fucking retard. And maybe they took the SixPack and they super forged the fucking internals. And that's why they're going to be able to do 1,000 horsepower, and they're going to say it's reliable. You got to show me, because I don't believe that shit. And that's from somebody that puts massive boosts on BMWs. I'm telling you. My F10, one of the ones that you guys see in rotation, the green M5, it's on its third engine, right? I don't drive it all the time. We go out and we play with it. It runs massive boost, way more, and that's why it's on its third engine. Doesn't matter how much you forge the internals. Doesn't matter how much shit you do to it. When you go out and you play with it and you push it hard, you can throw a rod through the block. It happens. Is this going to be you got to pay to play situation with this car? I can tell you right now, if this is a limited production car and they bring this thing out and it's supposed to be like a demon, people are going to laugh. I don't care what the numbers say. I don't give a fuck what its quarter mile is. I don't give a fuck what it does in an eighth of a mile. I don't care. And neither is the rest of the public, at least in Mopar faithful. The ones that, I joke all the time. We call these guys, we call Tim Mopar Jesus, because literally he took Lazarus and resurrected the fucking company. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it honest here. If Tim doesn't come back, Stellantis is breaking up, or that bitch is in bankruptcy. Guaranteed. You can guarantee that. My thing here is this. I think they're playing the slow game. I think they're going to drop a Super B or something later. It's based on the Charger. It's got the wing. It's probably got the 5.2 liter V8 or whatever this other V8. And I agree with what Butter said. Did they build an engine from scratch? Probably not. They probably modified something that's existing. And just like they took the 6.4 and put sleeves in it and did all the other stuff to make it a 6.2 to make a Hellcat engine, it wouldn't surprise me for them to do something like that with the 5.7 and make a monster engine and make it a 5.2 318. Wouldn't surprise me. That said, if some version of a V8 doesn't get in this car, like I said, before the end of Q3, you can pack that shit. You can pack that shit up and send it on down the road. It's a wrap. You're going to see even bigger discounts. I'm seeing, and what I'm using for basis on this is not, it's electric, so I know it's different. But if you look at electric Chargers now, you can find these fucking cars for $25,000 at dealers. 25 grand. And I'm talking about the 2024s, the very first ones that came out. They got a bunch of fucking problems. But you can find those at dealers for 25 grand. You can find some that were buybacks for under 20 grand. And I know people are going to be like, no, it's fucking bullshit, TK. You can't find that. I'm telling you, you can find it. They're out there. Would I buy one? Fuck no, not if it was buyback. I don't want anything to do with that car. It's probably a disaster. That said, you're going to see the SixPacks do the same shit. I'm seeing people now, and I have a separate video on this today, where people bought these fucking things and they're already $25,000 upside down on them in 2 months. Fuck, that makes, and I'm a BMW guy too, so I can tell you, I know when I buy a brand new M5 and I pay 130 grand for it, I'm going to lose 40 grand, maybe 45 grand that first year. Now, There's some BMWs that are performing differently right now, like the M3 competitions and stuff. I know that hold their value. I'm just talking about historically. Like, I lose my ass when I buy a new one. So I try to buy them like a year, like 1 year lease return, shit like that. So I don't have to eat that depreciation. But Stellantis is going to have a massive problem with their customers with these cars at their current pricing at 70 grand. I know they've come down now. They're like 30 grand, 40 grand. I know. But you got a lot of people that are going to be pissed off. They're going to have to come up with something. But in terms of this 1,000 horsepower fucking Charger that we're going to see at Roadkill Nights, this RacePak or whatever the fuck it is, I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not fucking impressed. I've seen 1,000 horsepower. I've seen 1,200 horsepower out of an inline six. Just saying. Just saying. So it'll be interesting to see what it actually is. And technology day ought to be huge too. So it really depends on what comes out that day too. And I know it's not going to be like earth-shattering shit, but you know, if they come out with, hey, we got rid of all, here's how you get me impressed. Here's how you fucking completely change my frame of mind. You got rid of all the plastic shit off that fucking Hurricane engine and you replaced it with lightweight aluminum or some other shit. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. Carbon fiber. I don't care. You replaced all of that regular plastic shit with a stronger fucking material. You know, metal water pump, metal coolant stuff, metal facet, all of that shit. You get rid of all of that fucking plastic shit off of that engine and you forge the internals and you're talking about this thing can regularly handled 40 pounds of boost reliably. You got my attention. 100%. I just don't see anything reliably holding that boost all the time. They could prove me wrong. I just don't see it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I know I was a dick for roasting them on their own post, but sometimes you do it to yourself. So for anybody that always thinks that I'm in the fucking pocket for these companies, oh no. If you set yourself up to get cooked, you can get cooked. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.